So, who am I here with today?
I'm Alec.
I'm Riley.
I'm Stevie.
We are Paper Frog Studio.
Okay, so you guys recently just had your Kickstarter for Notebook Knockout. How did you guys come up with the idea for Notebook Knockout?
Notebook Knockout, the idea originally was very different. We were going all sorts of ways with a board, not with a board. We eventually came up with the idea of doing a tabletop version of Mortal Kombat. We made like a really rough prototype of that, and it was super fun. But the best part about tabletop games, to us, I think, is sitting at the table with a big group of people and, you know, bantering while you play. So we wanted to expand it from Mortal Kombat to sort of like a 6-player Mortal Kombat, the Battle Royale type. And we kind of just iterated on that over and over and over again until we came up with Notebook Knockout.
And so why is the game called Notebook Knockout?
No, here you go, Steve.
Bumping the mic everywhere. It's because I drew everything in a notebook. We kind of do a lot of sketches of all the cards a bunch of times, see what looks best, but the root of it all is, you know, in that notebook. And I think that's a big thing about the game. We want to inspire creativity, and yeah, that's pretty much why.
Tell them about the old art style.
Used to look like Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
So how did your game sort of evolve from the first stages of what you had made?
Well, originally, we always start with paper and pencil index cards. We always knew we wanted the characters to be distinct colors so that you could tell them apart very easily. So we actually used like energy cards from Pokemon to like distinctify that really well. And then like as time went on, we decided like we needed the die for tracking health, and as mechanics got more in depth, the simultaneous play element of it proved to be an obstacle at first, but then eventually became like the core design and balancing mechanic of the whole thing, and kind of kept us on the straight and narrow, and like made it a really solid, strong idea, I think. So
Yeah, we get in on this.
yeah, get on that one.
One of the major changes that the game took on about a year and a half in is we cut probably 25% of the deck. We went from 200 cards to 150 cards, and then I think we went even lower there for a minute. So really just testing, getting the numbers right. We sort of just went in with what we thought was a good baseline, and we ended up straying pretty far after the 3 years or so of testing with like 1 million different people.
Yeah.
This next question says, what early challenges did you face while turning the concept into a playable design?
I think the main thing was playtesting with like other people and finding all the bugs and kinks and realizing that we like designed it kind of backwards. Sometimes, you know, you can make mistakes when you're in a bubble, just like us three designing something. And as soon as you take it out into the real world, you're going to realize all the problems you have and you fix them. And then, I mean, you make a better result with that. So I would say the biggest challenge would be, you know, making sure that we don't design over our own principles, but we make it work so that anybody can like understand the game.
What was your team's initial division of roles, and how did that sort of come about?
In the beginning, it was a lot less organized, and the roles weren't really established as much. Everybody sort of did everything, and that did work really well for that early stage of just getting things out there, getting pen on paper. And as we were sort of refining in and polishing, that's when the roles really came out, and we all sort of stuck to our guns and migrated to our strengths.
How has the community that you've met so far sort of responded to the game?
I say this all the time. I try not to be boisterous, but everyone who plays this game loves this game, and that's always been true. Ever since even our very first prototype at BashCon, where we got like 10 people to play it. There's always been notes, and there's always going to be notes and criticism, and you have to figure out, what's good and what's not. But everyone who played the game loved the game, had fun with it, told people about it, and that really like inspired us to keep going and keep making it. So the community is like a huge part of the game for sure. And being a game that has a play limit of 6 players is not super traditional, but I think it helped us bring people together. I mean, we were always getting like groups of 2 or like 3 and 1, and just like assembling a random group of people to play the game. And by the end of the game, like, you would think that they all knew each other already, because it has that nature about it, and that's like what I think all of us really like a lot about the game, and making games in general, and games in general, is bringing people together like that in a really cool, fun, easy way.
Yeah, it turned out to be a great icebreaker.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
We didn't do it on purpose, but
yeah, it's actually because of the secrecy element to it. I think.
Oh yeah.
Nobody wants to hit a rando, but then you get that punch, and then you're like, okay, hold on, it's time to lock in.
And then I guess going off of that, what has surprised you the most about how people play the game?
Combos, card combinations that we never thought of or considered. People making up their own strategies. All the way up until the end, I had never even seen. We saw somebody play by just randomly selecting a card, which is not something that anyone up to that point had ever even considered doing, and they still like had a fun time making up their own strategy, doing their own thing. It's a lot of player freedom, which was intended, but it still surprises you, which is, I guess, the point.
Everybody plays the game drastically different somehow.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, people are very smart. People are smarter than us. So watching people play has been the biggest piece of fuel to improve the game for us. But it also, I feel like I can speak for all of us when I say it's one of the biggest sources of like creative motivation to see other people take it and run with it and make it into something that we never thought that it could even be.
I guess more of a question for everybody between like
We can pass it around.
gameplay, mechanics, art, but how does like community feedback influence the project?
I guess when it comes to like from my perspective, the art side, you want to make sure that things are like super readable. Like I'm going in there on the text and making sure it's, me and Alec did both the text, and we wanted to make sure that it was super readable for everybody. But then the artwork, you want to make sure that the lines are clear. There's not really any weird looking like things jutting off, And we've even had like some changes to the art because we have someone with like a phobia that's like, this looks like trypophobia. Originally on the Crystal Shield, pop it up for trypophobia fans. It originally looked like weird, and we changed it to be more readable, and honestly it ended up a lot better looking in the end. And that's thanks to feedback from people.
True.
Yeah.
So as a new indie team, what are the biggest challenges unique to being part of an indie studio?
Yeah, the hardest part about being an indie team turns out has nothing to do with the game at all. Making the game was super fun and by far the easy part. I think the hardest parts have come post game of marketing, getting eyes on the project, logistics, shipping, spreadsheets, quotes, manufacturing. We've definitely all learned a lot about that kind of stuff in this game, and it is fulfilling to be able to learn that kind of stuff, but not having the creative fun of making a game to back it definitely makes that stuff harder.
I would say the top 3 biggest challenges or like problems is the amount of time it takes to put everything together, the fact that you're not making any money, and then being a small team, our workloads are pretty high each, and there's not really too much. We're talented people, I would say, but we don't have that much talent to spread around onto, it takes time to spread it evenly. But yeah, I agree with Riley. The spreadsheets, the shipping, all that sucks really bad, but you have to slam your head against the wall and do it if you want to do it. That's yeah.
This is it. The 3 of us. That's it. This is the whole team. We do everything. We're learning everything all the time. So that's definitely the biggest curve. We got to teach each other stuff. We got to remind ourselves of stuff. We got to learn all the stuff. It's not easy, but it's worth it for sure.
So if that's some of the more challenging stuff about the game, what has been like the most fun stuff that you guys have had to do or gotten to do while making the game?
The whiteboard, throwing stuff at the wall, sitting there around the table, trying to solidify it, make it really good, saying something to Stevie, watching him sketch it down in like 2 seconds, kind of pull it all together. The brainstorming is definitely the most fun part. Just being creative, sitting around. I mean, with people that you like to do it with. It's obviously we're not forcing ourselves to work together. I care about these guys, and we're making something that we're passionate about. So that's definitely the most fun part. Is like the beginning stages, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely fully agree with Alec on that one. That the early stages, the honeymoon period of just coming up with literally anything that you can think of. And I mean, I could say any idea and these 2 guys will jump on it, and like we're bouncing it off the walls and we're adding stuff and we're combining it with stuff. And there was one time, I would say another huge fun part of the project is part of getting the community feedback. We've tried to do it in creative ways. I remember when we were doing our character polling, we created this whole system. It was like a point system tier list of every single person who played at this one convention we went to. We had them rank all the characters on a tier list. And depending on what tier they got, there was like an associated points, and we averaged them out. And it was just really fun to like see people get excited about the characters, rank the characters, see all the crazy different opinions, but also like the patterns forming and stuff like that has been really fun too. Getting involved at like events and stuff.
For me personally, it's when we get a really cool idea for a card. We get a killer sketch right out of the gate, and then I take it into Photoshop and fully flesh out the card and make it. Just like seeing that, I don't know why that sparks a lot of joy in me, but I love adding cards to the game and just having like the coolest ideas come out of us that we'd never expect. That's my favorite part.
What have been some of the biggest like checkpoints or milestones for you guys during your progression of making the game?
When we realized we needed to remove the all players card.
Well, that just happened.
That was a milestone.
Like any sort of events that you guys have gone to, and then like periods through the Kickstarter, stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean,
CGC.
Our first convention, CGC. The first physical copy of the game coming in the mail was pretty huge.
True. When we went to Torg in Columbus, I feel like that was the first major milestone where I was like, it's ready.
Oh yeah.
Where like
we didn't get any.
Yeah, the feedback was all like, I mean, there basically was almost no feedback.
Yeah.
Everybody played it. Everybody got it right away. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I would say my favorite milestone of the project was probably going to that convention and having like my legal pads ready for notes. and then coming home with no notes. That was a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's good. That's a good one. Yeah, one of my favorite milestones in the project was definitely when we got the first copy in the mail. It made it feel real. It made the project feel like we were actually taking it in a direction that was like gonna become something.
In the corners were square.
Yep, the card corners were cut wrong. The margins were off. They were definitely they were not centered. The symbols, we had them on like just like they were not the design. There were design aspects that were not intuitive that we didn't really think about until we physically had that first prototype in our hands. So that was probably one of our biggest milestones, because at that point we were like, what else is there to do? And then there was like 2 more years of work to do.
Yeah, we have made video games in the past.
Yeah,
so
right.
Getting the game physically in your hands, there's so many like physical aspects that we didn't consider.
Right.
Of like, oh, this has to be in your hand.
Yeah.
You gotta hold this, and it's gotta look a certain way. And
yeah,
that was a good moment.
Barbecue Steve, any moments?
Past the roach clip.
Past the roach, dude.
I think our biggest moments with the project is when we like learn something like new that we like, it's been there the whole time, but we just didn't realize it yet. I mean, there's a lot of examples of that. So I would say we've had a lot of milestones. Like Alex said, the symbols were on the wrong side. They're on the top right instead of the top left, where naturally you'd shuffle it the other way. But then we had even a recent, but like right before we pushed the game, we realized we don't need a certain target card, the all players target card. It just doesn't like need to exist. Yep. And I think that was like a big realization about the game, albeit a little late, but necessary to get out of the way. And I think, yeah, the game is as shaped up as it can be, and we did everything to get it to where it is now. Yeah.
So what makes your game sort of stick out, or why would you recommend this game to other people to play?
I would feel good about recommending Notebook Knockout to anyone. If you play a lot of games, if you don't play a lot of games, you're gonna love it either way. It's super easy to learn. The rules are very brief and simple and easy to remember, so you can jump right in and start playing right away. But if you're more of like a hardcore gamer, there's a lot of juice for the squeeze there too. You can get a lot of depth. There's a lot of meta gaming, optimal play room there, if that's what you're into.
True. But we also made it so grandma can play.
Yeah.
Right. Grandma can also play.
And the artwork blows all the competition out of the water. He won't say it, but I will. So that means it's not self-indulgent. It's amazing. It looks awesome.
Oh yeah, you've all seen it.
My heart.
Has there been any feedback from players that has caused any major changes in the game?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely some major changes from feedback. We, like I said, we had to cut 50 plus cards from the action deck. No unique cards, but just to get the count lower. That was from feedback from a convention. There's been a bunch of cards that the wording we've changed from just observing confusion of people reading it. The readability of the symbols.
Yeah, we had
The symbols used to be all uniquely colored according to the card art, which created some confusion, so we made them homogeneous with the phase order guide, so they're more easily recognizable.
Yeah, I was sad about that one, but it's alright.
I'm gonna let you take that one from the top.
Yeah, definitely. There have been a lot of major changes in the game, almost exclusively because of player feedback. I'd say most of the changes from day one to day now were from some sort of feedback in some way, shape, or form. We had to go back and rework. We went back and touched every single card in the game at least 3 times. all due to different reasons, whether they be mechanical or visual design or the the interface of the card, the layout. We went back and changed every single card like at least 3 times. So yeah, no shortage of massive overhauls, that's for sure.
Maybe in 10 years we'll release the original version.
Yeah, not only mechanical changes from feedback, but we've also had to make a bunch of art changes
Oh, yeah.
from feedback. And Stevie had to redraw all the crystal cards in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Stevie
Oh.
we would get feedback, and Stevie would have to change like one word on the crystal sword.
9 times.
But there's 9 variations, so he'd have to do it 9 times. And then he would do it 9 times, and then he would send it in to us, and it would be slightly wrong. One little spacing or a period or something. And he would have to do it 9 more times. And I think we did that.
Oh,
I think we did that like 5 times.
Yeah, I had to change the crystal.
Dude, why do you have to remind me? It's the freaking holiday season.
It was all worth it. It was all worth it.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any sort of like cut content that you guys maybe miss or anything like that?
Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff that didn't see the light of day. Mostly in action cards, but we also had an entire character that we had to... Every character got an overhaul at this point. It was probably about
Halfway through.
about probably
Yeah.
2 years in. But during our polling, we saw that the orange character was significantly lower than the rest of the cast. And this was the same point that the alien became a DJ alien, and the skater ghost got the bucket hat overhaul that we all know and love. But our original character for orange was actually a robot named Bebo. He's the only character that had a name during development.
True.
And nobody really stuck with him. People just
Yeah.
didn't resonate with him as much as the rest of the crew, which, to be fair, the rest of the crew is a pretty all-star lineup. But he eventually got scrapped and replaced with the beloved boxing fox that you know today.
Man.
But yeah, we had some really fun action cards that got cut.
Shield. Or
Steel Sword was
Yeah.
really cool.
True.
Really cool looking. We had Bear Trap.
Bear Trap. Sword and Stone.
Yeah, Sword in the Stone. Lots of cards that
Surprising amount of cards.
were like
that had-
75% fleshed out.
Yeah, like had artwork, had
Yeah.
a mechanic around them that
Yeah, and that-
sort of got homogenized into another card.
Yeah, like some of these cards had multiple iterations. They were so far in.
Yeah.
Like we had, I think, 2 different Bear Traps.
Would you say your game has a card that like, or a character that best represents it, or?
Oh yeah, probably.
For me personally, I would say the orange character.
Yeah, I think if you like had to pick one, I think the orange character kind of seems like he represents the vibe the best, but then the other characters sort of like bring the world kind of back in and flesh it out more.
Yeah, I
He's
feel
not
like,
Mario.
yeah, that's true. I feel like in what we've gauged the room is that orange seems like he's got the main character energy.
He's got the belt.
He's got the belt.
He's a previous champion or
He
something.
is.
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe.
he's the previous champion.
May or
Maybe.
may not be the lore.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
What was the first card that you guys designed?
So
Tough question.
day 1 of this game being created, we were in a Discord call. We came up with the idea for the Mortal Kombat tabletop game. We got off the Discord call, and I made the first prototype within 30 minutes of the Discord call ending.
Had 4 cards.
It had 6 cards.
6 cards.
It was attack, block, heal, risky attack, which is Crystal Sword, risky block, which is Crystal Shield, and risky heal, which is Crystal Apple. So that was the genesis of the game, was those 6 cards. And let me tell you, we played with just those 6 cards and it was fun.
Yeah, that's true. I know that's right. What about like visually? What was the first card we like visually designed? I
Ooh,
think Rusty Sword. Yeah,
that's a
Rusty.
question for the Steve, man.
Well, it was originally Strike, right?
Yeah.
The normal sword.
True.
I think
And Reckless Strike.
Yeah, and Reckless Slash or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
technically the first card was the Bouncy Rock.
Which the first card to get artwork was the Bouncy Rock.
Yeah,
Technically.
yeah, that's true.
That
tell
never-
Them, tell them about the Bouncy Rock.
Bouncy Rock is Phantom Cutlass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much Phantom Cutlass now in the expansion, Crashing Waves. So if you're curious what it did, it was pretty much that. It looked like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but I think probably the first like finished card where we were like, okay, this is going in the game 100% was Strike or Rusty Sword. Not the most exciting answer, but you
Well,
gotta
actually-
start with the basics.
Oh, Golden Shield.
It could have been Hardy Apple actually.
Yeah,
True.
the basic stuff.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely started.
Wait, was it
with
Wooden Shield? I really can't remember.
We started
that.
with the basics and worked our way up.
Yeah.
We definitely started with the three Rusty Sword, Hardy Apple, Wooden Shield, and I honestly don't remember which one came first now that I think about it.
Okay, first chicken and egg, bro.
True, what came first, the sword or the shield?
True.
I think it was the apple. If I'm digging deep. But
I'm gonna have to go look at my file explorer and see the dates or something.
Golden Shield was also pretty early on.
Yeah, I was gonna say Golden Shield still looks like.
Vampire Tooth also.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, man.
Pretty early on.
No, it could not possibly been earlier than Rusty Sword though.
Vampire Tooth was still on the line.
Dude, I think
the
Vampire Tooth.
lined paperwork.
Vampire
line.
Tooth was before Strike. Like,
We should pop up like all the demo art that we have of this stuff.
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a favorite character or card?
Yes. My favorite card is the Voodoo Doll.
oh, that was pretty funny.
My favorite card is the Voodoo Doll. There's just some really cool moments. I know you guys have had some cool moments of just like somebody really lays into you and they let you know that they're coming, and there's no better feeling than faking that you're worried and then flipping around the Voodoo Doll and sending it right back to them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think my favorite, I might have two, but Chalice of the Undying.
True.
There's only one in the game, but like when you knock someone out and they come back with that, being the person that revives themselves, you're like, you feel so vindicated and you're like, this, I was
Dude, when
supposed to have this
When
thing.
you steal it,
Yeah,
True.
if you steal it from someone, it's just like, you know,
It's the game.
everyone's chasing it. I feel like you're digging for it, and when you have it, you're trying to keep it a secret. I think it's a really cool dynamic card. I think Thorn Sword honestly has been growing on me. It's super simple, but like the power potion with it, yes, you damage yourself, but you are swinging for so much damage. It's really fun to use. Yeah, those are my two.
Yeah, the artwork on that Thorn Sword too.
Oh,
Super,
It's one of
super
my-
crisp.
artwork wise, Thorn Sword might be one of my favorites. I like that. We used to have a sticker for it. I love that. My favorite card is easily Follow Up Wallop. As soon as it hits your hand, I think that's when people kind of realize what the game is actually about. It hits your hand and you're like, okay, hold on. I got to figure out how to play around this.
Gears are turning.
Yeah, you get it, and then, or you see somebody get it for the first time too, and they're like, okay, hold on, like, I need to start thinking about what order I'm playing things. And then when they think about that, they're like, hold on, but are people gonna notice what order I'm playing things? And then, yeah, it becomes like a hill from there. And Power Potion too. Power Potion's that way. I really like Power
True.
Potion. It's like a huge, like, you put it on the board and now it's there and everyone has to think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Power Potion doubling damage meant that we had to balance
yeah.
every single
That's
attacking
true.
card to be capable of dealing double damage and it still being okay.
Yeah.
Every single attack card, when we balanced, I can't tell you how many times one of us looked at the other and said, okay, but Power Potion.
Yeah. But what if it was twice as
Yeah,
strong?
okay,
then...
multiply by 2. Does it still work?
Yeah.
You guys, whenever you play your game, do you have like a play style?
All three of us definitely have a distinct,
Yeah.
at least early game play style, and it's been fun because the three of us have played more games of Notebook Knockout than anybody. So I know what both of these guys do, especially in the early game, but they also know what I do in the early game, and it's sort of like created its own meta just among the three of us of what happens turn one.
Yeah.
It always is
True.
interesting.
It's like the start of every game is like a rock paper scissors match where you are thinking like he played rock like the last couple of games, but he's been talking some weird stuff lately.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Stevie, the classic Stevie move is to heal turn one
True.
because he thinks he's clever and he gets away with it every time.
He gets away with it too much.
But
Actually,
then-
still, yeah.
Me and Alex start teaming up on Stevie turn one, but then Stevie start, and then you kind of iterate on that. So the more you play with your friend group, you'll create sort of a similar dynamic where you have to, you get a read on people.
The meta definitely evolves as you play with your friends, and that's I think such
And who
a
you play with
cool-
too.
Yeah.
True.
Who you play with for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like setting up, but I noticed that a lot of people do that. Like if they have a potion or a treasure card, they'll be like, well, there's nothing going on yet. I guess
knocked
I'll
out turn one.
Yeah, I guess I'll equip a potion, and then you notice your one friend that does that every single games. You're like, okay, well, Thorn Sword's in my opening hand. He's gonna get he's gonna eat that for free damage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
After you guys fulfill your Kickstarter stuff, do you have any plans after that?
We are all hands on deck fulfilling the Kickstarter right now. Production is rolling, and we've been excited about future projects. We definitely want to make another expansion, or maybe two, for Notebook Knockout. We see a lot of potential still there. We're also excited about future games, new games, but what that road is yet to be seen. We're focusing on what's ahead.
And with that, where would you like to see yourselves as Paper Frog Studio in, say, 5 or 10 years?
I think we're having a lot of fun making a lot of games. I think that's just going to be the direction. 5 to 10 years, a couple more games in the library, keep doing conventions, keep meeting new people, keep learning new things. I think tabletop games have been super fun and interactive and a great way to learn and be a part of a really awesome community. But we also all started by making video games. So maybe 5 to 10 years, I wouldn't shut down the possibility of going down that route as well. But regardless, we'll still be here. We'll still be kicking. We'll still be making things that are fun to play.
All I know is it doesn't matter how much time has passed. It doesn't matter how successful we are. I'm going to be the one at that playtesting table. I'm going to be the one meeting people, playing games. I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to be at the playtesting table. That's the most important thing to me.
I would say my number one hope for us in 5 to 10 years is keeping it real, keeping it casual, stay grounded with our game design and stuff like that, and try not too hard to power creep our own stuff. And yeah, like you said, video games, I would absolutely love to do that someday, but you need people, you need money. That's pretty much what it is. So, but yeah, I hope I hope we snowball, but we keep our foundation steady of what we love.
Snowballing.
Anything that you guys would like to close off with or say about the game? Or
Where are you going, man?
Grab my little buddy here.
Yeah, thank you for supporting, for backing Notebook Knockout, for coming and playing at all the conventions, for giving us all your feedback and valuable ideas. And we're excited to get Notebook Knockout out into the hands of the people, have people playing at home, doing their thing, sending us pictures, telling us all the fun interactions and all the times that you win. And Notebook Knockout is available on
Tabletop
What's it
Simulator.
called? Tabletop Simulator.
right now.
You can play
with
it-
your friends on Steam.
You can play it online.
Free.
It's free.
It's super free. Well, the game's not free. The Tabletop Simulator.
Tabletop Simulator is free.
The mod is free.
And join our Discord. We're posting stuff in there all the time. Get involved with the community. Find people to play with you on Tabletop Simulator.
Yep.
And follow social media. Alex posting cool stuff on there all the time.
Yep.
And
Getting back into the swing.
yeah,
Doing more stuff.
back in the saddle.
Join our Discord. I'm gonna start sending some artworks, early stuff too. We'll see.
We haven't even seen that yet.
True.
Sneak peeks coming soon.
What was the question?
All right, cut it there.